Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manovistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Juta Padakamalang Shri Gurum Vaisnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Sadvadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Vitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanto Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneswari Visavano-sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpatarobhyascha Kipasindubhya evacha Patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasati Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So today is most auspicious day, being the Purnima in the month of Chaitra. Today is Sri Balarama Rasayatra, Sri Krishna Vasant Ras, Sri Vamshidas Thakur's appearance day, as well as Sri Shamananda Prabhu's appearance day as well. So, Sri Krishna, he performed this Rasalila dance twice, one in the month of Damodar, Kartik time, the full moon. It's called Rasayatra, and now it's Basant Rasayatra. One is in autumn and one is in springtime. Now it's springtime. Purnima, full moon. This Rasalila, according to the Acharyas, cannot be understood by those who are materially contaminated, those who have material desires, those who particularly have lusty desires. But Srila Prabhupada says in one of his letters to a disciple, he said that if you are contaminated and you feel lusty desires, then you should read that chapter where the Supreme Lord performed his rasa dance with the gopis. According to Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur as well, he says that This dance, this divine dance of eternity, is not on the material platform. It is on the spiritual platform. It is not like a mundane dance. Nowadays, there's so many kinds of dances materially. It's like every time there's a new kind of dance materially. But this dance of the Supreme Lord, along with his associates, the gopis, cowherd girlfriends, cowherd maidens, is free from any material contamination. It says that if one wants to understand, one has to follow the four regulative principles and chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, and under the guidance of a bona fide representative of the Supreme Lord, then, and also only amongst those devotees who knows the subject matter should be discussed. These pastimes of the Supreme Lord in Vrindavan should not be discussed in public, because they will not be able to understand. Unlike nowadays, especially in Vrindavan, there's so many billboards you will see. They're all over the place. Probably won't find any place in the world that has the most advertisement regarding different speakers. Some of them are professional speakers. Only instead of purifying one's heart when you hear their katha, it's contrary, the material desires increases. Especially they choose the 5 chapters from the Srimad Bhagavatam where the Rasalila dance is being discussed, from chapter 29 till chapter 33 of the 10th canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam. Before we can understand that topic, Prabhupada says, and the Acharya says, that one should not so much eager to hear those topics. If one is eager to hear those topics regarding the Rasalila dance of the Supreme Lord, one should be also eager to hear the pastimes of the Supreme Lord where he performed the creation, the creational pastimes, how the material world is created by this different by the energy of the Supreme Lord, of course. Supreme Lord himself, Mahavishnu. And so, Lord Krishna, he had 3 billion gopis to dance with, according to the Acharyas. And he's present in every gopis. Before we can understand that, it says that we should meditate or go first in the first canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam, which is considered as the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord. And then gradually meditate, go our meditation, and finally to reach the smiling face of the Supreme Lord, which is considered as the topic of this rasa dance. So Lord Krishna performed this twice in the material world when he came here in the planet Earth, twice. But in the spiritual world, he will be dancing every night also as well. Even though it says there is no need of sun or moon or electricity in the spiritual world, but every night is a full moon. And every night they perform this rasa dance. And over there, the gopis doesn't have to run away from their family members. They don't have to run away from their children or their father and mother. No one stops them. Just by hearing the flute of Lord Krishna, they will be running immediately. So, one time, when Lord Krishna and Balaram was residing in Dwarka, Lord Balaram desired to come and visit Mother Yasoda and Nanda Maharaj and the inhabitants of Vrindavan. He's feeling some kind of homesick. He's feeling kind of homesick. The family members, of course, Lord Krishna would like to come as well, but the family members of Lord Krishna forbade him to go. Because if he goes, he may not come back to Dwarka, where Krishna has 58 million family members. Yeah, he has 16,108 wives, and each wife has how many kids? Sons, 10 sons. And then each of one of those 10 sons has another 10 sons each. So you multiply that, and not including the daughters. So they thought that if Krishna goes, because of his very much feeling of affection with the Brajabasis, he may not go back. He may not return. So better just Balaram go. And so Lord Krishna, he let Balaram go to see the Brajabasis, and along with going to Vrindavan, he wrote a letter, message for the gopis, a very confidential message. Message of conciliation, message of gratitude, message of feeling that it's not able to come. So when Lord Balaram came to Vrindavan, the inhabitants of Vrindavan came back to life as if they were completely unconscious or dead-like. Their attire is not so much properly on their body. Their hairs are disheveled because of this feeling of separation with Lord Krishna. So when he came, Lord Balaram, everyone was so jubilant. We're so happy to see him. They were in bliss. Nanda Maharaj especially, and Mother Yasoda, even though he's fully grown up, Lord Balaram, still they put him on their lap. As a grown up, they put him on their lap. So accordingly to the arrangements whereby he has a relationship with each other, because some are juniors to him, some are equal, and some are superior than him. So Lord Balaram, accordingly, he greeted them. Jai Sri Krishna Balaram Guru Parampara ki Jai. Sri Krishna Balaram ki Jai. Sri Radhe Shyama Sundar Lalita Vishaka Devi ki Jai. So accordingly, he greeted them, and to the elderlies, he paid respects to them. To his equals, he embraced them, and to the juniors, gave his blessings. So when the time came when the gopis These are the friends of Lord Krishna, cowherd girlfriends of Lord Krishna. So they can ask, how is Lord Krishna? Is he enjoying the company of the wives? How is his family? It's like when you meet a friend for a long time, he's asking, how are you and how are your family and so on. So they must be taking care nicely of Krishna. They must be very, very faithfully giving all the facilities for Krishna. Or he must be also forgetting us now. He must be not remembering us anymore. So better not talk about him. Don't talk about him. But they cannot escape talking about him because they're still asking how is he and how is his family and so on. So Lord Balaram says, I have a letter, I have a message for you, specifically wrote by Krishna for you. As we mentioned earlier, this is a letter, very confidential. It's a letter of conciliation, trying to ask forgiveness for not returning and seeing them. Letter of gratefulness, inside thanking them for all their selfless surrender attitude towards him. So later on, actually, Lord Balaram spent 2 months in Vrindavan. And he, this day, commemorates the Rasayatra, where he was dancing with gopis. He was dancing with his own gopis. He will not dare to associate with the cowherd girlfriends of Krishna. He is very respectful towards his younger brother. Even like in Govardhan, if Lord Balaram will see that there is a series of golden stones, he knew that Radharani must have passed this way, so immediately he will change his course. He doesn't want to continue on that direction. So similarly, when Radharani would see a series of crystal-like stones or shilas, immediately also she will change her course, knowingly that Balaram must have passed this way, so I better go in a different direction. This is the etiquette Balaram knows. So Balaram performed his Rasa Leela continuously for 2 months. And it seems to be it's only one night. And that one night is one night of Lord Brahma. So that's quite lengthy. And he performed his Rasa Leela in Vishramghat, Ramaghat. This is quite far away from where Lord Krishna performed his Leela. This pastime is not so much described in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Perhaps in other Puranas this is described. But on that night, they were very intoxicated because they were drinking this Varuni beverage, honey-like, kind of very intoxicating kind of beverage. But it's not like the kind of intoxication or alcohol that in the material platform where you get a headache the next day. or you fight with each other. Of course, that happened also later on in that Mausalya Lila, or the destruction of the Yadu dynasty, where they were fighting with each other because they took this sugar cane alcohol. So he was intoxicated that Balaram, he wanted Yamuna to come so that they can enjoy the water of Yamuna. But Yamuna was afraid. She was afraid to come closer, knowingly that Balaram is very much intoxicated with this Baruni beverage. And what he did, he took his plow and he started to drag Yamuna. And even nowadays you will see so many tributaries of Yamuna. This is a sign where Lord Balaram, Yamuna, she came and she prayed for forgiveness. Actually, it's not really Yamuna. It says a shadow of Kalindi, who came and prayed to Lord Balaram for forgiveness. And she didn't know about the position of Lord Balaram. And Lord Balaram and his cowherd girlfriends, his own gopis, performed this dance and enjoying the water of the Yamuna. So, that is the part of Sri Balaram Rasayatra. Now, Shyamananda Prabhu, today is his appearance day. Shyamananda Prabhu, in the beginning, he was called Dukhiya. Dukhi means sorrow, right? Because his parents, Krishna Mandal and Durika, his parents, previously they have children, but they all passed away. So to protect this son who just took birth, they named him Dukhiya, to protect him from evils. In the beginning of his very early childhood, actually, it says that Dukhi, or Shyamananda later on, he was an incarnation of Advaita Acharya, and his beauty is compared to Madana. Madana means Cupid. He must be very, very beautiful in his feature, bodily feature. He's very studious. He can easily understand the subject matters being taught in school. And others sees that in the future he'll be a great devotee, a great soul devotee. Even his father, Krishna Mandal, he encouraged him to take initiation because he's also very kind of religious. So he told his father that I'm going to take initiation from Hriday Chaitanya, who is in Ambika Karna. Ambika Karna. And to go there, this is in Gouda Desh. His father asked him, how are you going to go there? How are you going to reach there? He says, I'm going to accompany. Many pilgrims go there. So I'm going to accompany them and I'll reach there. So Shyamananda, when he reached that place, Ambika Karna, he didn't find immediately Hriday Chaitanya. But there was a temple there, and he went inside the temple and started offering his prayers, paying respectful obeisances. When Hridaya Chaitanya noticed him, he actually understood that this is not an ordinary person. And he asked him, "Where are you from? Why you come here for?" He says, "I came here to surrender and take shelter unto your lotus feet." This Hridaya Chaitanya is a disciple of Gauridas Pandit. Both of them became so much impressed by the boy's feature and his dedication, his devotional attitude. So, after some time, he gave him initiation. He gave him initiation. He named him Krishnadas. Krishnadas now is the name. Dukhi Krishnadas. And he told him to go to Vrindavan and take guidance and learn from Srila Jiva Goswami. Srila Jiva Goswami at that time, he was very much prolific. He wrote mostly of the much more than the other Goswamis. He's the best philosophers of all time, as Srila Prabhupada says. So along with Krishnadas, Dukhi Krishnadas, there were two other devotees already taking guidance under the shelter of Jiva Goswami. Narottam Das Thakur and Srinivas Acharya. So he traveled. He passed by first to Navadvip to see the residence of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Jagannath Mishra's house where Ishana is residing. He passed by Gaya. He had darshan of Lord Vishnu's lotus feet. He met Tapan Mishra, Chandrasekhar Acharya also as well in Allahabad. He reached Mathura. He took bath in Varahagat. Is it? What's that? Yeah, Bishramgat, sorry. Varahagat is right here. He took bath there, and then finally when he reached Vrindavan, he saw and met Jiva Goswami. So Jiva Goswami asked who is he, and then Shyamananda Prabhu, he introduced himself coming from the ashram of Hridaya Chaitanya, and he was told to study the scriptures under his guidance. So he asked him for some service also, what to do. And he told him to sweep the ground. Sweep the grounds near Sevakunj. So every day he will do his duty, his service with love and devotion. He will be sometimes glorifying Radha and Krishna. Sometimes he would be stunned. He would be always full of dust of Vrindavan, of which even Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva are very much desiring to have. Of all the opulence in the material world, the dust of Vrindavan is the most opulent. You cannot imagine how much precious this is. More than any wealth combined in the whole world is not enough. Because this dust of Vrindavan He says in Kali Yuga progresses, Yamuna will be disappearing. As we can see also when we go on parikrama, practically you can cross the Yamuna by walking. You don't need a boat. It's so shallow nowadays. Govardhan Hill also is sinking, one mustard seed every day. When Kali Yuga is up to close to the end, no more Govardhan Hill, no more Yamuna. But the only thing that will remain in Vrindavan, it'll be like a desert as well. It'll be the sand, the Brajaraj. You know where is the hottest place on the planet? According to NASA, who's doing a lot of things up there with their satellite, the hottest place on earth is Govardhan Hill. You can cook there when it's like, it reaches up to 55, sometimes maybe 60 degrees. You can cook on the ground, on the asphalt. I've seen it in the one video. There was one person who was cooking something. But this Brajaraj is so precious. Why? Because Lord Krishna walked through this sand. And if we're lucky enough to somehow touch even one speck of that sand that where Lord Krishna passed by or walked through, immediately He'll give us love of God. That's why it's so precious. So, Dukhi Krishna, he will be always seen with a broom. And he will be always, his body is always covered by dust of Vrindavan. That's why you see also many times the dogs, they're always in the sand. That's why it is their last life, the dogs or the monkeys, they're always like in touch with Brajaraj, always purified. So Radha and Krishna, they were so happy to see this. Dukhi Krishna was so dedicated in his service. So they want to reciprocate to him. Yeyatamam prapajante tam sataiva bhajamiham. As they surrender unto me, I reward them accordingly. So one day, the gopis noticed on the left leg of Radharani, she's missing her ankle bells. So immediately Radharani told the gopis, go and search for this. I must have dropped it during the last night's dance. You go look for this. So everybody was searching. And then Vishaka, he saw Dukhi Krishna who was sweeping the place where the couple were there last night. And she asked him, have you seen an ankle bell around here? And he said, yes. Who are you? He says, I am a cowherd girl. I live in a nearby village. And please give it to me. He says, no. Who owns this? Oh, this belongs to a bride who lives in my village. No, I will only give this to the person who actually owns this. I will not give it to you. So Visakha told Radharani that she found the ankle bell. And she agreed to come with Vishaka to retrieve this ankle bell. And when Shamananda, or Dukhi Krishna, he had darshan of Srimati Radharani, he felt so much bliss. Never felt so much bliss. He never seen any beauty like that before. Much more, 1,000 times much more effulgent than anybody else he's seen. And he started to offer his obeisances unto her lotus feet, Radharani's lotus feet. And so, he cannot speak at all. He was so much stunned and so much absorbed. So Radharani says that, is there anything I can reward you for finding this ankle bell? And Dukhi Krishna says, I don't want any reward. I don't want anything. I only want to take shelter under your lotus feet. This is the only thing I want. So, Vishaka says, okay, first of all, you go to Radhakund. Take a bath in Radhakund. And then, after taking bath in Radhakund, Dukhi Krishna became a young gopi. A young gopi. A manjari. So, in this way, he's able to completely get the mercy and blessings of Srimati Radharani, that he or she let him to tie this ankle bell on the left leg, her left leg. And while doing this, she touched the ankle bell onto his forehead. And then this made a permanent mark on the forehead of Dukhi Krishna. Actually, it was Radharani who gave him now a new name. Now your name is Shyamananda. Shyamananda. You must have seen this, some devotees in that area of Keshav Kunj. That they have this like blackish color. Maybe it's Radhakund, Tilak, but then there's one dot right there in the middle, which is also blackish in color. So that is the followers of Shyamananda Prabhu. But Radharani says, don't tell this to anybody. Don't tell to anybody because they will never understand you. So when he came back, actually he woke up. When he woke up, Radharani and Vishaka is long gone. And he went back to see Jiva Goswami. And then Jiva Goswami says, what is this? What is this new tilak? Where did you get this from? He says, I got this from Radharani. And she gave me a new name, Shyamananda. Okay. Actually, Jiva Goswami says, you're the most fortunate person. Not very many. He's probably one of, if you try to analyze, he's probably one of the personalities in those times where have direct contact with Krishna or Radharani, that they can actually understand that that's Radharani. We knew the pastimes of Sanatan Goswami, Raghunath Das Goswami. Raghunath Das Goswami was chanting, and Radharani would put her part of her sari so that the sun will not penetrate into his head. But Raghunath Das Goswami, he will not recognize that this is Radharani. Or Krishna will go there to protect Raghunath Das Goswami from wild animals, from the tigers. And Sanatan Goswami will be actually seeing this, but not really this so much close contact. Really close contact with the Supreme Lord or Srimati Radharani. So Jiva Goswami said the same thing, don't tell this to anybody. But then all the Vaisnavas, they were all talking about, what is this? He has a new name, Shyamananda, he has a new tilak. Where is this coming from? So the news traveled in a distance and it reached the ashram of Hriday Chaitanya. And Hriday Chaitanya came to Vrindavan, and immediately when he saw Shyamananda, he scolded him. He chastised him. What is this? Where did you get this from? Just imagine that. Your guru seeing you different tilak. Right? So he explained the whole thing, and then immediately Hriday Chaitanya asked for forgiveness. Actually, he is very, very powerful. He's not an ordinary Vaisnava. Very exalted Vaisnava. Later on, Jiva Goswami instructed these three personalities, Narottam Das Thakur, Srinivasacharya, and Shyamananda, to preach to these different areas in the part where they came from. In West Bengal, Ambika Karna, and so on. But so they copied. In those days, I don't have printing press, so they copied by hand all of these books, and it's just like a big cart. And on the way, they got intercepted by a king, Birhambir. He had an astrologer, and he understood that there is a big wealth coming. They must be the first traveling Sankirtan party. They're the father of traveling Sankirtan party because of this. In those days, they used bullock carts. So he got intercepted because the astrologers of the king, they found out that there's a group of sages coming, and they're carrying this very immense wealth. But the king didn't know that these are all scriptures, sastras. When he opened it, it's not gold or jewelry, it's just made of books, grantha. And so Srinivasacharya says, I'll just wait, I'll just stay here and I'll look around, you can go on your own. So Shyamananda went back to his guru's ashram in Orissa. He started preaching there. He made a lot of devotees. And later on, these books also were recovered by Srinivasacharya. And Shyamananda Prabhu, he made so many devotees in Orissa. He preached mainly in Orissa, which later on, when he left his body, let me see that part. Acharya Shyamananda's fame spread throughout Orissa, and in many places the worship of Gaur-Nitai was established. They used to chant Gaur-Nitai's name, holy name, Gauranga Nityananda. After conquering Orissa, Shyamananda went to Gopi Balapura, where he arranged to hold a grand festival for a few days. Thereafter, on the first day of the dark fortnight in the month of Ashada, he left this world. Today, he is still worshipped regularly at his samadhi. His samadhi near Radha Shama Sundar. during the first day, Akshaya Tritiya, isn't it? The first day of the Chandan Yatra, we used to go and parikrama to all the different places, Goswami's temple, and our deities, they are the most beautiful. No one can be compared. No one can surpass our deities, the way we decorate our deities with chandan. But the only rival that one can find is the Radha Shyama Sundar temple, the worshipable deity of Shyamananda Prabhu, where you're not allowed to take photos. You can only take a photo in your heart and don't get it developed, just put it inside. Many temples, they're not allowed to do it, so this is only how we can do it. And Shyamananda's samadhi is there between Radha Damodar and Radha Shyama Sundar's mandir. So this Vamsivadan Thakur, lastly, we'll just be short. Vamsivadan Das Thakur is also an eternal associate of the Supreme Lord. Specifically, he's an incarnation of Lord Krishna's flute, whom the gopis are so much jealous, because Krishna with the flute is always able to taste the nectarian, the sweetness of Lord Krishna's lips most of the times, more than the gopis. The flute is the constant companion of the Supreme Lord. He has three kinds of flute: Bamsi, Murlidhar, and then there's one more. There are three kinds. It's like go, higher and smaller and getting bigger. So Bamsidam Das Thakur. According to the Acharyas, if we can understand these eternal associates of the Supreme Lord, then we can easily develop love for Radha and Krishna. This is the whole, the fruit of understanding and be able to appreciate these different personalities. When the Supreme Lord comes to the material world, along with his associates, they also come. In the spiritual world, it is divided into two parts. There's what you call Goloka Vrindavan, which is also as another part is Swetadvip, where Gauranga Mahaprabhu, Lord Nityananda, and their associates perform their lila. There is a counterpart of the associates of Lord Krishna in Goloka Vrindavan, and they're also in Swetadvip with Gauranga and Nityananda. And when they come, they also have these different personalities with their along with them, because they have this kind of different moods that they manifest. It's like Ramananda Roy. Who's Ramananda Roy? Arjuna and Visakha. Haridas Thakur is Lord Brahma and is it Prahlad? Something like that. So we're very fortunate that somehow we'll be able to read their pastimes from Srila Prabhupada's books, and in that way we'll be able to develop love of God. Hare Krishna. So we stop here. Srila Prabhupada ki. Shri Balarama Rasayatra ki. Shri Krishna Vasant Rasa ki. Vamsivadan Thakur ki. Sri Shyamananda Prabhu ki. Nitai Gaur Premanande. Hare Krishna.